Let's make some custard tarts. 2 steps, the crust and the custard filling, quantities below in the description. Let's make the filling first. Add 2 eggs to the bowl. And a little milk. Whisk till it's mixed. Then add the rest of the milk. Cream. A couple of drops of vanilla. Not too much. And sugar. Whisk until smooth and the sugar is dissolved. Pour the custard through a sieve. That gets rid of some of the nasty egg white globules that tend to linger. And let stand for about 20 to 30 minutes on the bench. That allows the tiny air bubbles in the custard to dissipate, producing, I think, a smoother baked custard. Now for the crust. Couldn't be simpler. Some all-purpose flour, that's plain flour. A little cornstarch. Some salt, bit of sugar, whisk for a couple of seconds, then add the cold butter and use the butter cutter to mix it into the flour. Takes 2 or 3 minutes. You can also use your fingers or a food processor. Next, add an egg yolk. And some milk. And stir with a fork until it all comes together. Once it's been mixed, transfer to a floured board. And knead a couple of times. Next, you wrap it in plastic and refrigerate for about 20 minutes. And now you can also turn on the oven, 350 Fahrenheit, that's 170 Celsius. While waiting for the crust and custard, prepare the cupcake pans by brushing with a little melted butter, or you can use oil or spray or nothing at all if you truly have a non-stick tin. Little butter adds to the flavour of the crust, I think. You'll also need a cookie cutter, a little larger than the cupcake tin compartments. Time to roll the dough out. Put it onto a surface with a lot of flour. Give it a few whacks with the rolling pin. That helps it to stop cracking when you roll it out. and start to roll. Keep rolling till it's somewhere between 1/4 of an inch and 1/8 of an inch thick. 1/4 of an inch is a bit too thick and 1/8 of an inch is a bit too small, a bit too thin, so somewhere in between is just right. Then take your cookie cutter and cut away. You can probably get about 5 or 6 mini crusts with the first roll, then gather up the bits and pieces left over, roll it out again, lots of flour, probably get another 5 or 6, ending up with about a dozen crusts. Time to assemble. Take one of the little pastry crusts, gently place it in the compartment, try and get it even on all sides, push it down very gently so you don't break it. Then add the X mixture, not too much, don't want to overfill. Sprinkle on just a little nutmeg. You can use cinnamon if you like. Nutmeg is traditional. Looks like this batch will make exactly a dozen. With almost no custard left over. Final dusting with the nutmeg. And then into the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. Here they are, fresh out of the oven. They should be a little bit wobbly still. And they will set up as they cool, so let them cool for about 15-20 minutes. And they're ready to remove from the pan. Once they've cooled down, just gently ease them out of the pan, and there we go.